It's the battle for bragging rights in Sydney, and both sides are looking to stake their claim that this city is theirs. Welcome to the 21st Sydney Derby. It is the Western Sydney Wanderers hosting Sydney FC at Marconi Stadium for match day 3 of the Liberty A-League. It's a warm day here in Sydney, in Western Sydney Heartland, and fans of both teams are out in the sunshine. The last time that these two sides faced each other ended in a 0-0 stalemate in round 4 last season, but Sydney have dominated this fixture, winning 16 out of the last 20 matches. You have to go back almost 3 years since Western Sydney Wanderers took home the 3 points, and they did so in a 5-0 thrashing. Western Sydney, minimal changes from the team that lost to the Jets last week, but Amy Harrison and Tess Bode are getting their starting debuts for the season. New coach Kat Smith will be looking for her first win, but a very much unchanged side. And Melissa Caceres, who scored on her A-League Women debut, will get the nod up front again. Sydney FC have Madison Haley remaining in that front spot for the team. Ante Juric really has a headache with the amount of firepower he has at his disposal up front, with Remy Simpson starting on the bench for the Sky Blues. The Wanderers are looking to pick up their first points of the season after last week's 4-2 loss in Tamworth against the Jets. Without a home win in all of their last campaign, it's been 646 days since they last won at home, and new coach Kat Smith will be looking to improve her side's attacking force after the team scored just 7 goals last season. Sydney are looking to continue their 5-game undefeated streak against their cross-city rivals and get back-to-back wins early on in the season after initially losing their first match against Adelaide away. A more complete performance against Melbourne Victory in the grand final rematch last week will be having their team looking much happier. Angelique Christodoulou is celebrating her 50th game milestone in the league today. She has played for the Sky Blues, so she'll be facing her former club in this game. Home isn't necessarily where the heart is for Western Sydney Wanderers. Without a win in all of last season at home, the Wanderers are looking for their second ever home victory against their cross-city rivals and twice defending Premier Sydney FC. I'm joined by Teresa Polias. Teresa, can they do it today?
Thanks, Georgia. What a beautiful day. It's Derby Day. I must say that the butterflies are still running in my stomach, that's for sure. And look, I definitely still bleed blue, that's for sure. And I'm not, make no apologies for that. Sydney definitely in the driver's seat today, given the history of this fixture. So, you know, hopefully they can do it today, but I'm hoping for a really spicy affair, to be honest.
A little spice hurt no one in the A-League Women.
Absolutely. Could go one of many ways, but hopefully for us watching, it's a nail-biter.
Beth Gordon just losing the ball there. Haley back to Hawkesby. Ebini just on the wing. Ebini looks to try and take on her defender. Christodoulou gets an early touch, and it's the first corner of the game very early on, and just the start of this second minute. Mackenzie Hawkesby looks so dangerous on set pieces and in corners very early in the season. Western Sydney just having a little bit of difficulty with those aerial balls, so very interesting to see what happens very early in this game. Hawkesby long and deep into the pack, just out. So it's a first goal kick now for Jordan Bloomer. Matos with the throw-in. Holman.
Once again, Shay Holman getting stuck in there. I love to see it.
Maybe she'll be the one bringing the spice today.
Incredible for a youngster to be stepping up and leading that cause.
Amy Harrison going to take the set piece for Western Sydney. Such a crucial leader in this team, in this setup. Christodoulou. Madison Haley trying to close in there. Very long range shot. Doesn't bother Jada Wyman at all.
Yeah, and it's a promising sign for Wanderers as well. You need someone stepping up and doing something. Brilliant. And honestly, if the Wanderers want to be in with a chance today, they need to match it physically. Sydney have the upper hand. Historically, they've really overrun the Wanderers. So Q Wanderers here, they need to step up.
Bloomer.
Another great nip in there from Shea Holman, setting up Hayley for a shot.
The first save for either goalkeeper early in this game, and Bloomer comes in. Lauren Kerr to Gordon. A little bit of miscommunication there. Madison Hayley using her body well. We saw her do that last week. She's doing it again this week. Abini, the fight there with Christodoulou, still in Sydney FC's attacking third. Courtney Vine just lets it go out for a corner. Another early corner here for Sydney.
Good vision there from Sarah Hunter. She threaded Courtney Vine through, and that's probably the last thing the Wanderers would be wanting is to see and deal with Courtney Vine getting in behind.
A real nightmare for almost every team when she gets her pace and her speed in.
Absolutely.
Here comes Hawkesbury again with another corner. Players coming forward, header. Abini very high, Bloomer makes no mistake. An easy catch for her, but that's 2 attacking threats in 2 minutes for Sydney FC. We're in for a battle today.
We are, and I just hope that both teams maintain this level of physicality, because it'll make for a fantastic game.
Vine just loses the ball there to Teresa, to Tess Bode.
Yeah, she did look for the foul there.
Here comes Caceres again. Harrison in the middle of the park. Luke tries to thread it long. Unable to get through to Sophie Harding. Harding goes for a shot. Not a bad shot as well. Just wide of the post. Jada Wyman full stretch there. Early signs here that we're in for a great match.
We are, and both teams are sizing up each other at the moment. Beautiful counter-attack there from the Wanderers. The person you want it landing to is Amy Harrison to thread it through, and a bit of a stumble there from Fenton allowed Sophie Harding to get the shot away. Here we go. Said positive signs for the Wanderers, but you know what? It puts the front line on high alert. The minute you don't have a good performance, he's got that luxury to bring Remy straight in. Great depth for Sydney FC.
Lots of fight for the ball. Abini able to keep hold of it. Little play between Abini and Hayley. Still on the ball. Steinmetz comes through. Abini finds Courtney Vine. Courtney Vine just unable to stay upright. Hunter goes long. Bloomer just palms it forward before getting 2 hands onto it. Courtney Vine was down there for a while.
She was, and it was a great ball through from Princess Abini.
Hayley goes for the shot. Great save there by Jordan Bloomer.
She had 2 players on her, then managed to roll out of both situations twice there and get an incredible shot away with a left peg.
So dangerous in play, so much more to expect, but what also a great save there from Bloomer.
You just can never discount her. Rolls, wins it back, and gets a shot away with a left foot. Good save from the keeper as well. Can Hawkesby find her range now?
Some fighting happening, so lots of bodies, lots of pressure. The intensity is here, the physicality is here.
It is a bit of argy-bargy in the box on a corner. That's what you want to see. Both teams care today, and they're showing that passion.
8 shots so far for Sydney, just the 2 for Western Sydney. So much to happen. Header there, trying to clear the ball. Up it goes. Bloomer able to get 2 hands.
I don't know if it's the wind kind of making it a bit hard for Hawkesby to hit her. And here's the save again from the Hayley shot. Fantastic save.
Hawkesby. Vine. Tries to find Hayley. Amy Harrison now with the ball. Passes off in Western Sydney colours. Caceres lets it run past her. That foot race challenge is on with Tobin. And it's the first yellow card of the game to Nat Tobin.
Oh, I don't know about that one, Georgia. It looked to me as if Tobin just got her body in front as a centre-back would. So, you know, foul is questionable there, let alone a yellow card. So perhaps for a slight arm, but I do think that's a harsh call.
Amy Harrison on the set piece for the Wanderers. Harrison goes in. Sydney able to meet the ball out on the right.
It was tenacious work there from Caceres and Bode. Sydney ultimately got out, which is what they wanted.
Long ball there. Hawkesby. Fine with a little bit of a low shot there. Stays in play. Abini able to get it. Passes back in. Fenton put the foot to it. Fenton again. 1-on-1. Crosses back. Haley touches it. She's unable to get that final shot on target, the final goal that could have been a goal for Sydney FC. So much play there.
Fenton was on her own and she decided to cross it back. She could have had a shot for herself there. She decided to thread it to Madison Haley, but I just think she could have been a bit more selfish there, Fenton, and taken the shot herself. As we see the replay here, pretty much front onto goal. Look, the Wanderers did get across pretty quickly, so that's probably what prompted her to pass it back across goal.
Do you think it was the wrong foot for her as well? She looked like she wanted to get on her left foot.
Probably, but still worth the shot in my view.
12 shots so far for Sydney. They are dominating that sack as we see Madison Haley again make her way down the pitch. Princess Abini tries to run through Steinmetz, able to steal the ball off, and here comes Sophie Harding. She has a bit of space, she has a bit of speed. You can see just Jada Wyman picking it up there.
Yeah, we saw those stats, 12 shots for Sydney to 2 of the Wanderers. It does tell you a bit about what's happening in both front thirds. So we mentioned before that once the Wanderers get up top, it is breaking down and they're not able to get many shots away, whereas Sydney are.
Hawkesby for the 5th corner for Sydney early on in this game. Ball right where she wants it. Tobin gets a header to it, just over the top.
Yeah, I think that was more to where she'd like to deliver it, and Charlie Rule obviously is the target there, and she's incredible in the air. So whoever matched her up, I think it was Claire Hunt there, did a very good job.
Shout for handball there, and given free kick. That's a second yellow for Nat Tobin. That's a red card.
Wow.
So much drama early on. 43rd minute, Nat Tobin receives a second yellow for a handball. That's our first red card in the Liberty A-League.
What a turn of events here. Was the yellow for kicking the ball away or for the handball?
Have to watch on the replay here.
Honestly, either way, that is just harsh.
This has the opportunity to turn the game on its head. You can see some flares going off in the stands. That's a red card early for Nat Tobin. Not even half-time yet. One of their most experienced players, their team's captain. This will really change the makeup of this Sydney team.
This is huge. And yeah, for Sydney, this is not good. And obviously, Nat Tobin being a leader here, I mean, I'm very curious as to what the second yellow was for.
Harrison goes high, goes straight to Jada Wyman. Sydney FC will just be counting down the minutes till this half is over. Abini, Christodoulou trying to muscle her off the ball. Another foul given. Hawkesby takes her time.
I'm a bit speechless at the moment, Georgia. I still don't know what just happened.
McLean.
Sarah Hunter's dropped back there just to fill in that role to get to the half, basically.
Another free kick this way, going the way of Sydney.
This is a good spot for Hawkesby.
Hawkesby just skies it over the top as well.
There must be a scramble, you know, on the bench at the moment for Sydney, because they won't have too much time heading in. And here we go. So there was a handball from Nat Tobin. Did the ref see that as intentional? I mean, the ball was travelling pretty quickly then.
So at half-time here at Marconi Stadium, it is the Western Sydney Wanderers 0 and Sydney FC 0. And here we are with the second half. Western Sydney starting us off with play, starting quite strong already.
I'm sure Ante Juric would have told his troops what's done is done. We need to go out, get our heads right and win this game.
So Western Sydney coming out after this halftime, like you said, they're a player up. They're dominating possession quite early on, but Sydney just haven't had a chance to really go into their own attacking half so far in the second.
Look, they're probably still adjusting to obviously having not just, you know, their centre back off, but their leader off. So it's going to be a hard task for Sydney here. But we've seen time and time again, when a team goes down, sometimes they step it up too.
Sophie Harding again with the ball. Wyman with the shutouts. That is the first corner now for Sydney, for Western Sydney. We saw so many corners in that first half. So maybe this is the side of the pitch that all the corners will be coming from.
It's definitely looking like it.
And we can see as well, just Deborah Ann Delaharp has come on, that number 16 for Sydney FC.
It was good cover there from Delaharp.
Ball going in, just headed away there from Charlie's Rule. Courtney Vine with the ball now. Releases Rule on the side, but
Sydney just seem a little bit shaken at the moment. They need to settle things down.
Matos to Caceres. In comes Bode, out wide. Long crossed in, and then clearance there from Sydney.
Golden opportunity there for the Wanderers, and it was basically a goal line save there from Sydney.
Just Jada Wyman, so strong in defence.
Here's the opportunity again. Dangerous ball across from Harding. Jada Wyman gets a leg to it, and Charlize Rule clears the ball. Look, there is a step up, but someone like Melissa Caceres, she's absolutely ready for it, and I'm surprised she hasn't gotten more game time in its history.
Here comes one-on-one. Great save there from Jada Wyman. There was that one-on-one there, and Wyman really putting her body on the line and just seems to have been cleaned up in the process. You can see that ball through there from Bode.
Yeah, and look.
See just the battle there, just Casper's in the back of Rule. Really, they want the ball, they want the fight here. Courtney Vine just dances through. She has the pace, no one directly taking it on. Matos just giving her time and space. Rule, just a lot of pressure there. What a shot from Rule. I don't think that was a 10 to come back. A strong palm away from Jordan Bloomer.
Yeah, she was on alert there, Bloomer, and did well in the end to save that. But good effort there from Charlie Rule. You can see every time Courtney Vine gets the ball, there's 2-3 players coming up against her, and that's making it very hard for her this half. Here we go, Charlie Rule with the shot off balance. Was there cause there for a bit of a foul? No, just shoulder to shoulder there.
Haley straight into the path of Hunt. Uses her body well to bring the ball down. Tries to switch it, but Fenton is there to meet it. Sorry, Charlie's Rule's there to meet it. And it's a foul given. And a yellow card given as well. just running her way through the middle of the pitch. Lays off to Harding. Harding looks to cross in. Dangerous cross in. Good clearing header there from Sydney FC.
So she's very dangerous.
That's Sophie.
Great ball in from Harding.
Olivia Price now taking the set pieces, given Amy Harrison is off. Oh, just flashes it past the face of goal. No Wanderers player there to tap it in. Hunt tries to cross it in. Steinmeit's just over the top. Again, the Wanderers look so dangerous. Long run here. In comes Tess Burrow. She manages to win the foot race. Can't lay it off because McLean's in the way. Olivia Price tries to switch it up there. Straight to Sophie Harding. Here comes Sophie Harding. Will she have a crack at it? Olivia Price tries to have a crack right over the top there.
And that was a golden opportunity for the Wanderers, and you can just see the frustration. Olivia Price knows exactly what situation they were in, and I'm sure she feels that she should have done better there.
In comes Hawkesby. Charlie's Rule was the target, unable to meet it. Fenton tries to get a boot to it. Here comes Sarah Hunter, tries to have a dig.
Good corner by Hawkesby and really well dealt by Bloomer and the Wanderers.
Holly Caspers, not many options forward. Will she cross it in? Harding at the back of the post, heads it straight into Wyman. Just not enough on that one to really bother Jada Wyman.
Yeah, that was a half chance there, and Harding just couldn't get any venom on that one.
These stats are really starting to tick over for Western Sydney, but not the stat that matters, not the goal stat. Just see the ball laid off for Simpson. She goes in. Oh my goodness! Remy Simpson just from outside of the box. What a goal! She kisses the badge. She's so thrilled to be back here at Sydney FC.
And she does it from range. We said before, she doesn't often do it from range, and she's done it again today. So well done, hat off Remy Simpson.
Out of nowhere, there was that run from Mabini, and then she just had a crack at it. And what a goal that was.
Amazing goal. Sydney had no right to go up. The way the game's panned out this half. And you know what? In these types of games and these moments, you need a big player stepping up. And none other than Remy Simpson with an incredible shot with her favoured right.
Charlotte McLean, she's put in a great shift today. And that is the final whistle. Western Sydney Wanderers 0, Sydney 1, with an absolute wonder strike from Remy Simpson in her first goal back in Sky Blue after a season in Sweden.
Amazing strike from Remy Simpson, and it's going to give Ante Juric a bit of a headache going into the next match, but what a derby. It was great to see. Spicy derby.
So just again, that score was Wanderers 0, Sydney FC 1.